Chapter 93. Occupation of Yohong Pass. Trapped within the topographical diagram of the kingdom. Yonghong was deluded by fantasies. Anything he thought of appeared before his eyes. He thought of a river, and a river appeared before him. He thought of a mountain, and suddenly he saw one. He could see and have anything he pleased. He forgot himself and unconsciously turned back into an ape. A sweet alluring fragrance drifted on the breeze. He climbed up a tree to find out what it was and saw a peach tree not far away. A big, red fairy peach hung there, so tender-looking and attractive. His mouth began to water, and swinging through the trees, he made his way to the peach tree, plucked the peach, and ate it with relish. He then sat down on a rock and leaned against a pine tree to rest. But before long, he saw Yang Jian coming toward him with a sword. Yonghong tried to get up but discovered that he had absolutely no strength. The peach had sapped it from him. Yang Jian bound up the ape with the sprite binding rope, rolled up the diagram, and knelt down toward the south to thank Nu Hua. He then took the white ape and returned to camp, where he reported into Jiang Ziya. Jiang took one look at the ape and cursed. "Such a wicked devil has hurt so many people. Take it out and behead it at once." Out by the camp gate, Yang Jian raised a cutlass high in the air and chopped off the ape's head. There was no blood, but green smoke gushed forth and a white lotus flower grew where the head had been. The flower began to vibrate and a new head appeared. Yang Jian cut it off, but in the same way, a new head sprouted up as before. He tried again and again, but with the same result. Yang Jian reported this extraordinary phenomena to Jiang Ziya, who paid. "It's just because this ape sprite already has so much spirit from heaven and earth, and the sun and moon. But I have a way to deal with him." Jiang ordered his men to burn incense. He then took out a red gourd and laid it on a teapot. When he removed the lid, a 30-foot beam of white light soared up into the sky. Jiang Ziya bowed and said, "Please reveal yourself, precious." Something with eyes and eyebrows appeared and quickly nailed the white ape up on the wall. Jiang bowed again and asked, "Please turn over, dear precious." The weapon turned over 3 times, then slashed off the ape's head. Blood poured to the ground, and all present gasped in astonishment. "What is this precious weapon that subdued such a great sprite?" All the disciples asked. "It was given to me by Lu Ya. He said it would be very useful in the future, and that has come true today. It's called the Flying Dagger and was refined from pure iron by the essence of the sun, moon, heaven, and earth. It has 2 eyes with white light beams, which can seize a sprite's spirit from right within the skull. This flying dagger can turn round like a windmill and cut off the head of any sprite with just 1 or 2 turns. In Pa the flying dagger that cut off Yu Yun's head not very long ago." Jiang Ziya explained. Ying Po Bai and Lei Kai fled back to Zhaoge and went to see King Zhou. They said sadly, "The 7 sprites from Mount Plum have all been exterminated." It was a great humiliation to discover that a snake, a centipede, a pig, a dog, a goat, a water buffalo, and a white ape sprite had come to fight on our side. Our whole army has been wiped out and the dukes are all gathering at Mengjin. For the nation's sake, we beg you to do something about this grave situation. If they make it here, it will be all over for us." King Zhou began to worry. He called his ministers to a conference, but no one said a word except Fei Lian, who proposed, "You should issue proclamations and post them as quickly as possible on all 4 gates of Zhaoge. Promise the highest rank to anyone who can defeat the Zhou army. We also have General Lu Rinji, who is skilled in both civil and military affairs. You should authorize him to prepare all our troops for any emergency. We must fortify the city and defend it with all our might. Don't challenge the enemy to fight, but hold out long against them until they are wearied and out of food supplies. We may be able to beat them in the end. It's our only chance now." King Zhou agreed with his proposals and issued an order to post the proclamations on the 4 city gates. He ordered General Lu Rinji to drill the soldiers and to fortify the city against attack. After they left Jiangziya, Jingjia, and Mujia consulted each other on the way to Yohong Pass in the East Grand Dukedom. It's difficult to say if we can beat Dou Rong or not. Let's present ourselves to him as Taoists. When we earn his trust, we can fight him from within and win the day with just one combat. What do you think? Jingjia suggested. That's a good idea, brother. Mujia replied. They sent their troops on Jiang Wenhuan to report that they would be with him after a few days. They then dropped from the air near the pass and reported in at the headquarters. 2 Taoists from overseas wish to see you, Commander. The Gataman reported to Dou Rong. Jingjia and Mujia greeted the general, who asked, Dear Taoists, what can I do for you? We are Sun De and Shu Ren, 2 hermits from Penglai Island in the East Sea. We were passing by when we noticed that Jiang Wenhuan is attempting to occupy this pass so he can meet the dukes at Mengjing. It's all because Jiang Ziya has incited the dukes to rebel. It appears to us that the Shang dynasty is flourishing and Jiang Ziya's gang is only fighting in vain. So we have come to help you to take Jiang Wenhuan captive. When that is done, we can attack the other dukes from the rear. King Zhou will reward you handsomely for your great service to the dynasty. We hope you will consider our offer. Jingjia said. Dou Rong said nothing, but Yao Zhong, one of his generals, shouted out. You shouldn't believe them, Commander. There are so many Taoists under Jiang Ziya's command. We can't distinguish these from the others. According to the report the day before yesterday, 600 nobles have arrived at Mengjin in support of Ji Fa. As we are blocking the East Grand Duke, Jiang Ziya has sent these 2 disguised as Taoists pretending to serve you. Don't trust them, or else you'll fall into their trap. Jingjia burst into laughter and said to Mujia, It's just as you expected. He then turned to Dou Rong. That general may be right. It's quite natural to be suspicious, but we have a reason to offer you our services. Our uncle lost his life in the 10,000 immortal trap, and we seek revenge. We've come today to fight against our common enemy, but we obviously can't stay as long as our motives are suspected. Jingjia and Mujia then turned and left. Dou Rong pondered the matter silently. Many Taoists joined the battle against West Qi. How can we know that those Taoists belong to Jiang Ziya? Besides, we have so many generals and soldiers. What can those 2 do to us? We certainly should not suspect them. Dou Rong immediately sent his men after them. The soldiers caught up with them and said, Masters, please return to see our commander. He wishes to beg your pardon. Jingjia replied solemnly, May heaven know my heart. We came to deliver the duke's heads into your master's hands, but he refused them. He trusted his general and did not believe us. We are so humiliated, it would be impossible for us to return. The messengers held Jingjia's arm tightly and begged. If you don't go back, we can't return, for we shall be severely punished for our failure. Dear brother, since General Dou Rong has kindly asked us to return, let's do as he wishes. If he respects us, we'll help him. If not, we can just leave again. Mujia urged his brother. Jingjia agreed, and they returned to headquarters, where General Dou Rong rushed out, descended the stone steps, and said politely, TM, very sorry. As you are strangers, and we are at war, our general was suspicious of you. We beg your pardon. Jiang Wenhuan has been attacking the pass day and night. Would you kindly advise me how we can defeat him, so that both the people and the nation can live in peace? From what we can tell, though Jiang Ziya and the dukes all have their armies at Mengjin, they are not united as one and cannot last long. It may be difficult to beat Jiang Wenhuan by force. We should take him in devising a good plan, and then all the dukes would be compelled to retreat to their native lands. With that accomplished, we could attack Jiang Ziya from the rear. Jingjia replied. Do Rong ordered his men to lay a feast to entertain Jingjia and Mujia, but the two refused. "Sorry, we are vegetarians and can take no meat or wine, General." They spent the night meditating on reed cushions in the pall. The next morning, it was reported that the East Grand Duke had come to challenge them. "What shall we do now, masters? The East Grand Duke is outside the city." Do Rong asked Jingjia and Mujia. "Let me go and see how we can take him," Jingjia said, rising from his cushion. Before he left, he turned to Do Rong. "Have some men ready with ropes to bind the captives," he said. Do Rong ordered his men to open the gate and led his army out of the pass to watch the battle. There stood a great general, wearing a pink robe and gold armor, who set his horse forward with a shout. "Come on, Taoist. Will you taste my sharp cutlass now? Who are you? Tell me your name," Jingjia asked. "I'm Ma Jiao, garrison commander under the East Grand Duke, and who are you, Taoist?" "I'm Sun De, a hermit from the East Sea. I have come to take you all captive. We'll generously let you live if you lay down your arms, but if you refuse, you'll be smashed into powder at once," Jingjia said loudly. Jingjia jumped forward to attack Ma Jiao, who resisted with his sword. After about 20 rounds, Jingjia cast his invisible dragon stake and took Ma Jiao captive. Seeing this, Do Rong waved his weapon and led his army to attack the enemy. The East Grand Duke's army was completely defeated, and Do Rong and Jingjia returned in great victory. Taken into the court before Do Rong, Ma Jiao stood upright, refusing to bow or kneel. "You damned bastard! Why are you so rude? You are my captive now," Do Rong roared.